One, so I'm a big Formula One fan.
Okay.
Lewis Hamilton all day. You know,
Max
robbed him
Verstappen all
F1,
day.
but you know,
Max Verstappen all day.
all
Which is the
day.
Dutch guy that
okay,
beat
yeah,
him.
I know. But come on now, what do you think about that race? We could get it. That's a whole nother show about that race. Come on.
Radio-like, right?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, nice voice.
Thank you.
He never says that when I talk, so I start sucking up the guests.
That's right.
No, but you have a radio voice.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people have told me that, and I just, you know,
It's
I
very
have it
heavy.
on my list for my agent. So my agent also sends me out for voiceovers.
Did you do any
Oh.
voiceovers?
I haven't done any yet. I'm trying to find like the right thing. You know what I mean?
What would be the right voiceover?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
got to figure it
difficult.
out. Maybe a cartoon or something. You know?
Yeah.
So I'd love
Right.
to do that.
The guy, you remember the Mufasa voice?
Yeah.
My God, like,
yeah. That actor actually makes a lot of money. I just saw like a bunch of the different voices he does, and it's like, I was like, oh, word, he was that voice.
Who's the guy again? Who's the guy again?
The big one from Eddie Murphy, right? I'm Coming to America.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah, he's
he
one of the
always
voices.
also was.
His dad, and Coming to America.
And he's also
Right?
played Darth Vader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know the dad, the big one.
So I'm getting uncomfortable by your voice. Super soothing, like.
Yeah, smooth. right?
Well, then you know you just have me
He
smoking.
must be Jamaican,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, man. Blood clotting a guan, yes, sir.
Oh man,
Yeah, man. Right.
Bomba Clyde.
When he talks like that, it makes me think about Ronnie. You remember Ronnie?
Ronnie.
We had a club
Yo,
here.
enough Jamaicans name Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not even his real name. What do you think?
Ronald.
But
Ronald.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jamaicans
Ronald.
named Ronald, and it's short Ronnie.
Remember, he worked for us. He was a guy that he fixed stuff. Whenever something was
I love
broken,
him.
Ronnie came over and he fixed it.
it's typical Jamaican.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And if they don't know how to fix it, they still go figure it
they
out.
still go figure it out. But we could always count on him.
Yeah, always.
And then he came over and then we asked him, hey, Ronnie, do you want something to drink? And he's like, grab me a beer.
Yeah.
And then we grabbed him a beer. And then he said, what did he say?
No, 10 minutes later, right? He come back like, you know, a bird can fly on one wing.
Yeah. You know, that was his way by telling, like, maybe you should give me another beer.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
a bird can fly with one wing.
even me out. Yeah.
Yeah, man, nice,
Hey,
funny, man.
do you already feel this shit that we just smoked?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's nice.
I feel it in the meal. You were talking about tolerance.
Yeah.
Like some
yeah.
people have more tolerance.
Some more than others. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
You're
it's smooth.
super tolerant, or
I'm super tolerant. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, are you?
Like,
Yeah.
and every time I try to
Yeah,
know,
move up.
move
yeah.
up, but
Yeah.
I just don't get
No,
there
take
without
it-
panicking.
Hey, you find your level, just chill. That's it.
Yeah,
you know?
but I'm always on that level, and I'm like, hey, am I chilling here, or can I
Yeah,
step
no.
it up?
If you have your level, then make sure it's right. Make sure you're in the right place.
Yeah, but
You know,
that's the thing, because
Yeah.
2 weeks ago also,
it's the vibes.
yeah, we did some edibles at home, and they were all chilling.
Yeah.
But I want to have full control over my body.
Yeah.
And I lose that.
Yeah.
But then I want to regain that, so I go to the kitchen, put some water in my face.
I think that's the same way with me with alcohol. You know, you get to a level like, all right, this is too much. I'm not taking another shot. You know. So,
That's it for them.
yeah.
And then you
But
take
you
another.
know, I do love this Heineken 0.0. I'm not plugging Heineken, but Heineken, if you want to hire me, please let me know. I
Live
do
on Bar
very good
Podcast.
voiceovers.
But that's an alcohol-free beer.
Yeah, it's alcohol-free beer. I like
it
the
still
taste of
tastes-
it. Yeah, I'm in it for the taste, you know. So for me,
0% beer.
we had to go hunt these down.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
when I think about Ronnie, to make the link,
Yeah.
once I made a joke on him.
Uh-huh.
So I told him, hey, Ronnie, I think Raul likes you. I don't even have to finish my story.
Yeah.
That was the first time that Ronnie walked up to me. He's like, don't say these things.
Yeah. In
Don't
Jamaica,
say-"
they don't
And I
play
want to
that.
walk up, and he grabbed my arm and he pulled me out, don't.
He won't make sure you know right.
Yeah.
So
Ronnie
what's
don't play that.
what's the link like that?
The link is just,
They just
you know,
don't like-
a lot of Jamaicans are homophobic. You know,
Okay.
they're
But why?
really like homophobic. But now, as we're moving into these new years and new decades, they're more lax on understanding.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because before Jamaicans used to be under the impression that somebody woke up like, oh, today I'm gonna be gay. Yeah, but it's not true.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, these people are born with the different chromosomes, so it's inside them. They, if they can control it, they would, I guess.
But you grew up there, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Jamaica. Yeah.
Okay. But so that's what I wanted to ask you. From
Where
does that come from? Like that extreme.
I have a cousin that's gay openly, and then I have a niece who's openly gay. And
in Jamaica.
No, they're both in the States.
Okay.
And when I found out about my niece, it was just like in a casual conversation. She was like, she's into girls. I said, oh, okay. That was it,
Exactly.
Which should be normal, but I still have the feeling that in Jamaica they're like, hey.
No, yeah, Jamaica still. But see, the funny thing now that I'm noticing every time I come back to Jamaica, they're more accepting of the lesbians than the males.
Yeah.
So it's
But where does
man
that
love to watch man kiss? Yeah, I guess in certain places, but. Man don't want to, man don't want to say on next man want kiss. If you can't understand what I'm saying, but as it comes to like two women kissing, they're like, wow.
Oh, that's cool, right?
That's cool. That's okay.
But it's a manly thing.
But it's
Yeah, but that's what I've noticed also in the song, like when it talked the Batiman stuff.
They censored that record in America for a long time. You know what I mean? So
no, but like if you compare it to other Caribbean islands, we have it here. Not that. Hard, not with that tone.
It did get real offensive in the States. I remember, you know what I mean, and they put a lot of artists on blast back then, and it was just like, you can when you really listen to it and you think about it, you say, wow, it's serious, because you're talking about harming the next human being, which is not cool.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, we're gonna kill them.
Yeah, and it's like, you can't.
They do. They
used to do that in Jamaica, but you can't do that. You can't do that no more.
But there's no historical thing going on there, like because of this happened.
Well, I wouldn't say historical. I would say like now a lot of the reggae artists are very conscious about what they say, as far as that situation, so it really woke a lot of them up because a lot of them couldn't go to certain places to perform and, and their records wasn't selling. If you go from selling 80,000 records a day and then you say something, really inappropriate,
and
your stuff drop. You drop. A lot of them drop to like from 80 to 10,000 or 5,000 or 3,000 records a day, and that's a big drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, if you look at it, like you see American artists, one just said something and then his records went down and then it's coming back up. But
that's because of these sensitive times.
These sensitive times.
Whenever you say something, whether it's the hashtag or
you can't even write. Somebody writes you something bad on Instagram and you try to write them back like, yo, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you, nigga. And Instagram will send you the little note on the bottom like, yo, this is against our policy. So if you send it, know what you're getting into.
You can send any.
I've already been told to stop that shit. Instagram told me a few times. So
stop that shit.
Well, in my words, stop that shit. Every time I see it come up on the bottom of my screen, to me, instead of reading, these are insensitive words, Mr. Beckford, I see, stop that shit, Mr. Beckford. That's what I see,
man. And speaking about that, because I'm talking about myself or us in Holland, how we knew you. As in, we were driving in the metro. Or the subway, however you want to call it, or the train, whatever, and then we saw a billboard up there.
Yeah, my billboards and stuff.
And the friends, the girls mostly.
Yeah.
You were like the guy that if they would made a dildo based on your shapes, they would fully.
You know what? I had a company come to me about
enter
that.
their body with that dildo.
I had somebody come to me about that, and I was like, I'm not doing that. But then I said, how much money could I make?
No, but even us as guys were like,
right. Yeah.
I can see that. It's like it's a far, far away guy.
Yeah.
But I that's how we knew you. The polo sport, Ralph Lauren. The perfect guy body wise.
Oh, right.
Because we didn't. Nobody knew how you spoke or whatever. We couldn't look anything up on the internet.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was doing interviews in the States like crazy.
At that time also.
Yeah, at that time also, because what I had done for fashion and the brand, it was just never been done before.
Exactly.
And like you know, as growing up as a kid, you say, oh man, I'm going to do something good with my life. I knew from when I was like 6 years old that I was going to do something big. I didn't know what it was because I was in music, dancing, everything. You know, because it was the 70s and the 80s, and it was like, and rap music came, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a rapper. So I started rapping. I used to break dance before that, you know. So.
But when you say, when I was 6, I somehow knew. It was a feeling, or?
Yeah, I used to watch TV, and I saw this kid on TV, and I was like, I want to be like him, like a child actor.
Okay.
You know, because I used to watch a lot of old movies and stuff, like black and whites. And, you know, I saw couple black actors on TV, young black actors, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. So I always had that sense in mind to want to be a part of entertainment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But if the examples you're giving was not what you eventually ended up doing.
No, I mean, I'm doing it now, but it was, I actually, a lot of people don't know, I started off acting first.
Okay.
So I would go to auditions with my friends, and, you know, some of them had agents and I didn't have an agent. So I just tagged along because I'm trying to learn more. So I started going to acting school in New York, and then while I was doing that, somebody approached me about some fashion stuff, but I was still going to auditions at the same time. So I jumped in like short movies and eventually TV commercials, and then I got the Polo gig, and that was like, you know, it was like unbelievable because it started like I went in on a Thursday for a normal modeling casting. And they were like, oh, well, yeah, you kind of physically built, like, you know, they cut these suits for like small white guys. So, you know, white guys, don't be mad.
Which was the norm.
Yeah, don't be, you know, because, don't be mad. But they told me come back the next week. I was like, hey, you know, thinking that it was bullshit. So I said, okay, I'm going to come back again. So my agency sent me back. And the lady said, you know, the previous week, she's like, we got this new thing coming out that we think you'd be perfect for. Come in. So I came in, and I remember first seeing the first, like, Polo Sport tank top. And I was like, you know, because I was a fan from before. So I was like, wow, this is going to be big. So I put it on. They took a Polaroid, and then they said, okay, we're going to go upstairs and talk to Ralph. So I didn't think
like the real Ralph.
Yeah, you know, I didn't think that's who they meant. So eventually, when I went upstairs, when they went upstairs and I waited for them, they went to talk to the Ralph, Ralph himself. So they came back downstairs like two giddy schoolgirls laughing and giggling, and then they said, "Okay, thank you, and you know we'll be in touch." So you know I got dressed, put on my clothes, and walked out of there. And you know I was hanging out like right in the neighborhood, maybe not even an hour. I get a call from my booker.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God! You just booked the spring. What was it? The fall winter campaign. It was one of those campaigns I booked. I don't even remember exactly which one, but you just booked Polo Ralph Lauren. So I was like ecstatic because you know I'm a kid from you know Jamaica, you know who was wearing the clothes, couldn't really afford the clothes, you know. And it was amazing, man, because that phone call just changed my whole life, you know, and like it's like somebody calling you and say, hey, you just won the lottery.
Exactly.
Come and pick up your money.
Yeah. But then it skyrocketed after that.
Yeah, it skyrocketed because I started because since I was still doing the actings and the commercials, I got calls for music videos. I would go to music videos. So one of my first music videos was working for these girls called SWV.
Yeah.
You remember them? R&B was big back then. So I got a call to be in the video. Yeah. So I went, and then of course, you know, me being the bad boy, they had us on set for like 20 hours, barely fed us, and our scene wasn't until the very end of the night. And it was for the movie Above the Rim. So it was, you know, so we're supposed to be guys in towels in a locker room. Above the rim. So we're like, we're sitting there and we're waiting, and, you know, we're like, damn, this is taking forever. So we like, you know, we're like, yo, we should just go. Because it's like already 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we've been there since like, you know, the call time was like 10 a.m. or something, and we're in Jersey, and we can see Manhattan, so we're on some lot in Jersey, and you know all the guys knew me and they knew that I was going somewhere, and they were like, "Yo, what do we do?" I was like, "Yo, let's group together and speak as one. And they were like, okay, you be the voice. And I was like, well, no, I didn't want to be the voice. But then I ended up being the voice. And I said to the people, I said, look, you know, you either got to pay us and shoot us now or we all walk out. Yeah. So it was such a major scene because they needed us for that locker room scene. They said, okay, what you want? How much you want? I said, well, give every guy $100, you know, and there was probably about 15 of us or so. Okay. And everybody's been working out all day getting pumped up for this video. So the guys were like, yo, you know, all right, cool, we'll do it.
I want to get paid.
Yeah, so we did the video. It took literally 15 minutes to shoot the scene. You know, the girls came, the artists, SWB came and rubbed on us, and then and then you really see me in the video. I'm like right there. So it was really good. Yeah.
No, I think if we play that video, it gets blocked. It gets blocked.
It's not too provocative or sexy, but I would get calls for music videos, like friends who were in the industry. Like I booked Tony Braxton "Unbreak My Heart" because the director Billy Woodruff was a friend of mine that I had met during that whole time, and you know the whole TLC and you know all of that going on down there in Atlanta and. It was amazing.
Eventually, the Britney Spears.
Britney Spears was further down the road.
Yeah, exactly. You know, way further.
Yeah, way further. But that's another thing.
Which period was like the most fun?
I'd have to say
early days or
Unbreak My Heart was probably the most fun. You know, and just every day was something different. You know, because I really like took off. Like you know, it was like almost a year of trying to get in, and then when I got in, it was like.
But the weird thing is,
my life changed.
And for us, it was without saying anything.
Yes. Because if you think about it now, that was like Black history. Well, now it's you know, I'm considered part of Black history in the States, you know, and hopefully around the world, because what I was doing, nobody ever done that, you know.
As a Black person.
As a Black person, as a Black man, yeah.
But wasn't it that it was that you're Black, of course, but you have the semi-Asian,
right? The Asian,
white,
the white,
nose type of features going on. So
because
we can do this.
I have the Dutch in me. I have the Jamaican, the Chinese, the Portuguese, the Panamanian,
exactly,
and the Española. You know,
También.
Yeah, the Spanish. So for all of those mixes, you know, it just created what I am. So I'm a Dutch Jamaican man in here. So
there you go.
Yeah. So somewhere along the line. Yeah. So somewhere down the line, I have Dutch in the family. Yeah. I don't understand it, but yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Unbelievable. Let's say it's finally nice to have a guy that's kind of handsome like me on the table.
I said to Solo here, I was like, oh, this is the lady killer.
This is him. I became a little bit fat.
This one I already knew. He's already long time handsome. I had a model guy that I looked up to who he looks like, you know.
Show him the picture.
Yeah, I don't have the picture.
No, let me show you a picture.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Like 20 years ago or something.
It's like I'm not pulling my phone out.
Yeah. Where did you show me though? Where did you show me?
I don't know, man. It's a long time ago.
No, but you guys are, you know, three good-looking men.
So you look like
no.
Right.
We're like, let's be honest.
Let's
be honest.
No, come on.
I'm a 6 out of 10 on a good day. No, on a good day.
Ladies, this man has like I don't even know they're blue, green. I don't know what's going on with his eyes.
That's my thing.
I'm trying not to look at him in the eyes.
Exactly.
He's sexy.
I'm 6 out of 10. Not even, maybe 5.5.
Come on, bro. You're tall. You got muscles. You got pretty eyes.
I know.
Come on.
But
you got a good
honest.
Voice.
But sometimes I'm like,
oh, stop it.
No. When I was younger, hold up. When I was younger,
he's turning red.
Yeah, he is. He is turning red.
I'm even like blushing because of this. No, but when I was younger, like the girls came, oh, you got such nice eyes. I started getting confident. That's how they see me.
Yeah.
Still a 6 out of 10. Imagine being 9 or 10 out of 10.
But bro, I was an ugly duckling growing up. So I used to get teased because of the way I looked. Because you know, I look the same now, I think. And it was just like I got teased for my eyes. I got teased for my accent. Yeah.
Like you got Chinese eyes.
Chinese eyes. I used to have this big, like,
afro,
unkept Bob Marley style afro. Nice. You know, remember the early days of Bob Marley. So for me, that was like, you know, Bob Marley and them were like somebody I looked up to. So I was, you know, definitely growing my hair out. But, you know, my parents, some people would tease me and like, are you a Rasta? I'm like, no, I'm in the Rasta, in the making.
In the making.
Because I really thought I was going to do that. But my parents was like, oh, no, you're not. Not in this house.
No, but where I was going with this story was, and I got that attention, blah, 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 being a 6 out of 10, etc. Yeah. Imagine being a 10 out of 10. But imagine, because during the R&B scene, when we dressed up, and we were nervous and went out. Yeah. And they called those things like a fantasy night, for example. There was a party, fantasy night in Imperium, which was a club in the Netherlands. Yeah. And they had you 9 of the 10 times on the flyer. Right? Really? Extremely uncomfortably
sexy. So wait a minute now. There's a check that I need to be getting.
A lot of checks.
Yo, send me my money.
No, but you were on so much flyers. Like fantasy night, R&B and soul.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
But imagine being the guy on the flyers, not even aware that he's on the flyers, getting that extreme attention worldwide. Because like a lot of handsome women can do, they can walk into a place and then they decide who they're gonna fuck.
Yeah, if they want 100%. 100%. Yeah, I think it was like it was
do the same back then.
Brother, it was like that for sure.
Yeah,
you know, and the ones I really liked didn't really like me, so it was all right. But I got.
That's always the problem, right?
Yeah. Jeez, I got all the other ones.
But back then, I cannot imagine that anybody would be like, nah.
Oh, I was single, but I was so focused on my work. Not to say I didn't like bag a couple bad ones, you know. But I just was so focused on my work, you know. But it was incredible, man. Just feeling like, you know, like a kid from the hood, just a hood superstar. Like everybody in my neighborhood knew who I was, and everybody in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and
because Jamaica. When you say neighborhood, what do you mean? What neighborhood is that?
I grew up in the Bronx.
Okay. Yeah.
So for me, in the Bronx, it was like, you know, you had the drug dealers, you had the kids that played ball and were good at sport, and you know, I was on that side of both. You know, I spent time doing both, and I used to be in the streets like really bad, you know, and then it was just like my brother had got killed in the street, and I just was like, you know, I got to, you know, we had a conversation the week before he was murdered.
At what age was that?
I was like 20, 21 when he got murdered, and he told me, my older brother, and he told me like, yo, you have a talent that I don't know what it is exactly, but ever since we were kids, you had this talent, and you're gonna go places. Because like the week before, I told him I had shot for a magazine, and he was like, "Oh, really? That's cool." Yeah. So he always pushed me to get out of hood shit, stop doing drug dealing, and you know, because we used to rob drug dealers. We used to wear like masks and go to the drug house and pretend to be crackheads, knock on the door, get in.
Serious?
Yeah. And then once we got in, it was like, get on the floor, everybody. You know what I mean? I remember one time we went into a house. The house had money, because what we would do, we would like gather intel and watch the house for a while, see how they operate. And then within the next, you know, can't wait a week. So within the next 3-4 days, we hit the house. So I was living in Brooklyn at the time, and my brother called me and said, yo, it's on. We hitting that house. And we had done recon on the house already. So we knew how many people were in there, what times they were going in, and we knew the 2 main dealers. So the house had 2 people and a woman, and what we did not know, there was a baby in the house. Oh, yeah. So, you know, I went in behind my brother, and then we had another friend of ours with us too. So the 3 of us took the house. So I'm very emotional about when I see kids in bad situations. I mean, I'm doing something bad, and then here's this kid, and it's like, I have my gun in my hand and the baby in the other hand, and I'm like, the fuck? I'm yelling at the people. You know, I got my mask on, I'm yelling at them, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? This shit's not good.
No, man.
So, you know, after we robbed him, so you know I'm gonna fucking rob you. I'm already here.
Still robbed them?
Yeah, we still robbed them.
So I put the baby
back in the mother's arm, and I told her, I said, I know where you live. I know everything. Don't make me come back here. And you got this kid in this house.
I literally thought you were going to say, and then so we left the scene.
No. Fuck that shit. We already in it. Because either way, you're going to get caught. If you get caught, then you're still going to do the try. So you might as well, get what you came for. So,
but that's a Bronx life, right?
Yeah, that was the life we were living.
You grow up in that shit, right?
So for me now to live this long, I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
When I look back at a lot of this shit, like before we came, I was telling her a story, I just like something I had, we had just got out of the pool. I just had a bad thought about, a bad memory about something that went down. And I was like, damn, almost brought me to tears. And I was just like, all right, well, it's
Well, what
done.
were you telling the person?
I was telling her about something that happened to my brother's kids, the same brother that we took down the house, because he's the one who later got killed. And it was just like, at that moment doing that house, I just was like, yo, I don't do this shit no more. You know what I mean? Because the baby really affected me because I was like, fuck. But this was America. This was what was going on. You know what I mean?
Every day you wake up.
There were crews just like mine who were robbing, big time drug dealers, small time, whatever. And, the drug dealers was trying to kill us and we was trying to rob them. And, it just was like, yo, this shit's not good. And then
I got to get out.
Yeah, I got to get out. Yeah. So it was kind of like, I need this entertainment thing to hit because I got to get out of this fucking shit. So then when it happened, when my brother got killed, it just was, it was so different. People talk about how the Illuminati, you have to lose somebody to get to the top. I was like, wait a minute, is this the shit that's
Is this a sign, right?
Shit, is this what's going on? Like, so it was crazy because like literally a year later, like, because I went through this stage. I wasn't talking. I wasn't hanging out with nobody. I just was like mad and I was carrying my gun and just angry. You know what I mean? I wanted to go and retaliate and kill the guys that killed him. But, the police had them and then, they got deported because they were from Haiti. So they got deported. So I never saw them, never got to even, get my revenge or whatever you want to call it. So I just said, you know what? Let me put my head down and get into working and get myself successful and get out these streets and be able to come back and tell people, yo, get out the streets. Maybe finish the last robbery and be done.
But do finish the last robbery.
But don't stop in the middle of the robbery and don't finish.
Not even when you have a baby.
Not even when there's a baby.
Robbery.
Finish the robbery.
No, but that's never what we would have think.
No, nobody ever.
When we saw a billboard.
Nobody
never think about that.
Nobody ever thinks that when they see me. You know what I mean? But like, I think I could have been the worst and the most like dangerous criminal in the world. You know what I mean? Like Interpol would have been looking for somebody like me because I was smart and I read.
That's what I want to ask. Why did you knew you were?
I just like
fit for them.
I knew from like when I was young, like I say maybe 11, 12, I was able to take guns apart, put them back together and make them even run even smoother than they were. Because I was very mechanically inclined. So I used to fix cars, motorcycles. And, I started very young with all of that. And how I learned to do all of that was I used to spend a lot of time in the library reading. So I would read everything. Like I would read everything that I could get my hands on. So, I mean, I knew how to make pipe bombs when I was young. So why
did you start looking up information about how to make pipe bombs?
It was just one thing led to another.
But stop. You know why? It was so cool in Bronx with all this shit happening.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, it was worse. You just told me
it was worse. Yeah.
So
I was telling him like it was just like I was very curious. I was a curious kid, so it led to my me getting more and more intelligent by reading all kinds of things that probably kids shouldn't be reading at that age. Like right now, I read books about nuclear physicists and things like that. And
just to feed your brain, or do you want to do something with it?
No, just to feed my brain because, we didn't have any money. So for me, reading took me away from and out of where I was. So I got to reading a book about Tom Sawyer or Malcolm X. It was just like, I feel whenever I read things, I envision them. So I feel like I'm in the room with Malcolm X when I'm reading his autobiography or anyone else's. So, or right now I'm reading this book about this American sniper, not Chris Kyle, black sniper. So he's got roots from Jamaica. So I'm reading this book now, and I feel like I'm in Fallujah with him in like 2009. Yeah, I'm picturing everything because the way that he's describing it, in my mind, I'm seeing the mud. I'm feeling the smell. He's like the smell of death is in the air and fuel, diesel fuel burning, and so whenever I read, that's what I see.
Is that the same thing with acting or doing a
it's the same thing. I really imagine it. I imagine how my character smells, what he's thinking, what he had for lunch. I like to do all of that stuff. So for me, it was natural for me to get into this acting thing. You know what I mean? And I know how to play a bad guy easily because I used to be a fucking bad guy. So
not a lot of people. Yeah, probably in the States they do, but outside the States, not a lot of people know that.
I feared that at a certain age I could have been a hitman just because I knew so much about guns. I knew how to fix them. I knew how to shoot them. I was so accurate with it, and it was like, it was nothing to me. Once I put it in my hand, it was a part of me, and I don't want to,
but those talents,
I don't want to say to make kids feel like this is something you should do. This is not. It's just, unless you're going into the military or police or whatever, that's a different story. But for me, it was like anything mechanical. I knew how to do it, and if I didn't, I would get a book and find out how. Yeah. And that was my problem. Yeah.
But that means that you're very talented in that era also.
Yes.
And when your brother said you're very talented, did he only mean like the way you look and how you got those or also the mechanic?
No, just everything. Everything. Because he was my best friend. He was also my best friend, my father, like my uncle. He was like my caretaker. He took care of me.
But then that fucking hurt. When it happened.
Oh yeah, it hurt real bad. Like I was mad. I was angry at the world. I was angry at myself because, he was by himself, and I could, and again I could envision this.
The guilt.
The guilt of not being there. Exactly. I would have rather been there and died with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Than to let him be there by himself.
But you remember how you got the news back then?
Yeah, it was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I was in Brooklyn, and my cousin called me and said, "Yo, they killed Patrick." And I was like, what? And then the next morning, the first thing I grabbed was my gun, loaded that, and I got on the train from Brooklyn to the Bronx, and I just was like, what happened? What's going on? On top of that, being emotional and being in tears and just like in disbelief, You don't believe it till you go and you see them laid out there like that.
Oh, you even had to watch.
Yeah, you have to go. I went to the scene, but they'd already moved the body, and it's just like the fresh dried blood was there, and it was just like you just felt it in your soul that's your blood right there.
Yeah, I can't even imagine something like that.
Yeah,
that's something you don't even want to.
To go to a murder scene, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's like I needed that closure. I needed to know how, when, how, and with my mind, I envisioned everything. As I moved around, I could see where he had struggled. I even saw like where he had grabbed his hand on the side of the car. It just, to this day, I remember it just like I see that picture of Rihanna there in this wall here. So it was tough. It was tough. So, but then I guess the skies opened up after that. Exactly. The skies opened up. And then everything just became positive,
Yeah, exactly.
I went from being the bad guy on the street to the good guy being threatened by the bad guys on the street. Because I blew up so fast that not everybody loved me. You know what I mean? Guys that weren't even my enemies, I didn't even know, wanted to hurt me.
But as in famous people or
No, just before? people that didn't know me, just people who were jealous in the streets of New York.
But that's hated, right?
We call them haters now, but back then it was just like, okay, we know who they are and they know who we are. And it's like, we'd be in the same club and we'd be looking at them, they'd be looking at us, and be like, yo, try me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it would be like a lot of shit talked about behind your back. Nobody ever said it to my face, because another thing that I did learn as a kid, my mom sent me to martial arts.
Okay.
Forget that shit. Once that happened, forget it. And I was already naturally, I was naturally already strong. But my sensei would always say, to walk away is to be, the bigger man. So I always kept that in mind. But there was times when I had to just unleash, and I have to this day.
What art did you do? What martial art?
I did karate. I did Tai Chi. Now I started, not too long ago, jiu-jitsu. So, I
can you choke me after that? It sounds weird. That sounds weird.
I can.
Like a rear naked, rear naked.
So,
because I'm acting all tough, we got the UFC shirt on
UFC
so
tonight there's UFC.
Yeah, I was doing UFC before UFC was UFC.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because we were bare knuckle fighting in the street. So to this date, my record is 3.
Me too.
38 and 0.
On the streets.
On the streets. I don't remember all my KOs, but yeah, I was knocking motherfuckers out. Like, you know what I mean? I was a brawler.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, I was a brawler. And for my weight, you on? Yeah. For my weight, I was super strong. Okay. So I used to start protecting the kids in the neighborhood. I used to start beating up the bullies. It all started when I was like 12. I beat this one bully up, and and I kept telling the guy, leave me alone, I don't want any problems. But he just pushed me so much. I got so frustrated that, I just started wailing on him, just beating the shit out of him. And then after that, like, he became my friend, but, he was very scared of me after that. And then it kind of like I built up a reputation around the neighborhood. They used to call me Two Guns. Because I'd always have 2 guns, but then I had these guns, So it was like
they called me Little Rico.
Yeah, like, fuck, this kid can fist fight you. Yeah. He can shoot you, or he can stab you. And it was like shit, because I had this fascination for knives and guns and fighting. I just was always that. So we didn't have UFC back then, but I would probably be like, the man of that.
But
shit
you know why?
right
Probably because of the mind.
Yeah.
And what you've been through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because when you see when you look at all your talents, your tools, etc., the things you like, the things you're passionate about, the machinery, how you read into it, and what you eventually ended up doing most.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I
doesn't even have to do with each other.
No, it doesn't. And I remember,
but it makes you strong mentally.
Yeah, it does make you strong mentally, for sure. Because I remember, like my last few years in high school, we used to have like, I played American football, so I used to have like colleges looking at me to come and play there, and then because then I thought, maybe I'm supposed to be in the NFL, because I could, I could do all this stuff. I'm physically strong and fast. Maybe I should do this. And then I had the Marines used to come to our school. The recruiter from Marines would come, and he would talk to me. And he would be like, what the fuck else you going to do with your fucking life? You're just going to be out here in these streets like one of these gangbangers and end up dead or in prison.
Now you sound like David Goggins.
Yeah, maybe. For me, it was just like, fuck, do I join this shit? And at first I thought I was supposed to be a Marine, and I was getting ready to join. And then I was like,
too much choices.
Fuck that shit. I want to chase my dream of being an actor, so I got to, get to the city, get to this. I got to get to the best acting school in New York City and just be the best. So I avoided going into the military, and then ended up, having cousins. My sister went in. My sister was in the Army, and she was like, don't you fucking join the military. I'll kill you. They're going to wash your brain, and you're going to be a killer. You'll never be the same. And I was like...
You were like, I have the potential.
Yeah, well, she knew that. She knew that already.
I know my skill.
Because, I ran with this crazy drug cartel back in the day, Shower Posse, which was very...
Oh, that Jamaican stuff.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can Google all this shit. Because I don't... We only have 2 hours for this show. So
in my village, Capelle aan de IJssel.
That's it. So,
in the Netherlands.
Yeah. So that they were big on cocaine. Okay. And they were very, very like volatile with the AK-47s. So. So there's a few different documentaries getting ready to come out.
What's this shower pussy?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the clan. So that's how I learned to fix AK-47s.
Oh my fucking God!
Yeah, with them. So, but we have a thing in the States, RICO laws, so I have to be careful of what I say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I gotta be cool on that. But yeah, it was crazy times, man. It was crazy times, and it was just like back then hip hop was blowing up, so you had the guys in the Mercedes with the gold rims and the big rope chains and Eric B. and Rakim, and you know what I mean, and then Run DMC, and just to be in the neighborhood and see these guys come by with these cars and these jewelries and these sweatsuits, you were like, fuck, I want that life. You know what I mean? So for the kids, that was better than seeing a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Michael Jordan, because that was like more accessible and able to grasp that than you could with trying to be somebody famous. So I skipped over being the hood legend and wanting to be the the superstar.
But eventually you ended up hanging out with these.
Yeah. Eventually guys. I'm with these guys because they're always around me, and you know, they like looking out. They would always look out for me. Seriously, they'd be like, "Yo, nobody in the hood, don't fuck with him. Shorty's going places," you know. And I used to have like the America's Most Wanted. I've been known to hang out with some of those guys, and you know, I've even been dragged into the U.S. District Attorney's office to be questioned and shit. And they're like, "Yo, what are your ties to this gang right here?" Because I grew up in Blood's neighborhood, so everybody around me was a Blood. So you know, and then they try to tie me in with that, and then you know, again, can't talk about certain things because you know they try to bring you back on RICO charges. Exactly. So now in the States, that's, you know, the Bloods and the Crips. You can, if you are affiliated and known to be affiliated with them, you can get in trouble. Yeah, they can put you in jail now. So, you know, a lot of us who grew up in those eras, we try not to talk about any of that stuff because it can come back on you. So, you know, after that, I just said, yo, and then being in the entertainment business, people forget. They think like, oh my God, he born here, he's soft.
Yeah.
Nah, bitch.
No,
fuck
bitch.
that shit.
I thought you were super.
No. You know, I still like
not soft.
I always keep some kind of weapon.
I've been to
I
war,
always
nigga.
keep some kind of weapon every time.
You have a weapon with you? Well, there you go.
Always.
Our security needs to step up their game.
I fly with a knife, or you know, in the States I can fly with my guns. So I always have some kind of weapon on me. Man. And then, you know, if I'm driving around in Miami, for sure I got, you know, something.
Yeah,
you know, usually keep them, like, she'll be sitting in the car and there'll be like a machine gun right next to her leg and shit. She's nice, cool though.
I like that.
But then she'll look into my walk-in closet and I'll be like, "Where are we going?" And I'll figure out what gun to take. Exactly. But I always have at least two.
But is that allowed? It's allowed in Florida, right?
Yeah, it's allowed in America. I have I don't have my licenses on me, but actually I left them at the house because I don't want to lose them.
Over here, they like drag you to a barber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long story.
Drag you to the barber because he's got the razor. Yeah. So.
Well, man, back to the ending. With hanging out with famous people, the people that you look up to. Eventually, you
I got to meet Micheal Jackson. Had dinner with him. Had dinner with the whole Jackson family.
But that must have been like,
I met Janet. Like, it was crazy to meet them. And then I was telling this.
But how did you ended up eating or having dinner with Micheal Jackson?
That was when Michael was on the outs with America, and he was living outside of America. He had a friend in Bahrain, one of the princes, and the prince had given him a house, one of the palaces to live in. Okay. So at that same time, we went over there to see Formula One. So I'm a big Formula One fan. Okay. Lewis Hamilton all day. You know, y'all robbed him F1
all day.
You know,
Max Verstappen all
day.
The Dutch guy that beat him.
I know. But come on now, what do you think about that race? We could get it. That's a whole nother show about that race. Come on. You 5 drivers, get out the way so he can win. Get the fuck out of here, yo!
Conspiracy
theory. So I almost broke my TV.
You did,
you know? Because I honestly, I have a Red Bull. I have a Red Bull shirt in my closet. Okay. F1. I do. I am a fan of Red Bull racing and all the Red Bull things that they do. So, you know, it was just different, man. Just.
No, but we were talking about the Formula One because of Micheal Jackson.
Yeah, so back then, Micheal Jackson would go to Formula One races because he was very into it. But you at home wouldn't know that unless you were there, exactly, you know, because he was they moved him through F1 and you wouldn't even know he was there because he didn't want to be known. So he would go there, and then there was this big dinner later on, and he wanted to meet a bunch of us Americans who were there. It was me, John Legend, DJ Who Kid, and maybe somebody else. maybe another like British singer or something. So we go to this house. You know, we're driving into the compound, and you know, we're in we're in SUVs in like back to back, and I look over and there's like zebras, giraffes, all kinds of shit just running around. So they were like, "Look, don't get out of the car until we get to the house, and don't put your window down, because there's you know, wild animals out there." So like, I'm like, "Wow, look at this fucking zebra running next to the car," and like, I'm like, "Wow, that's crazy." So we get to this house, this nice little small, quaint little house. I guess it was like a lodge for when they go out or hunting or whatever, whatever. So I don't think they hunted the animals. Don't have these animal people after me. So we get out, we're there, and we're sitting in this house. There's about maybe 10 of us in the house, and we're waiting for Micheal Jackson to pull up and the Prince. So they pull up. Mike gets out of the car, walks in the house like he lived there, like, you know, and he's got on blue jeans, he's got on his shoes, his socks, like you know that you know him for.
He was wearing the Billie jeans.
Yeah, the Billie jeans.
I don't know where my phone is. What do I do with my phone?
What, you have a picture of it?
Yeah, I might have left my phone in the car. I got a picture.
Instagram?
Yeah, I got a
on
picture.
Your Instagram. So we can.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's on my Instagram anymore, but if you go to DJ Who Kid, you might see that big picture. So I'm just standing there, and Michael starts talking to me. I'm saying hello to him, and I'm just like giddy as a kid because
of course,
it's fucking Micheal Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody in the house is like, you know, the TV's on, and it's on MTV, and it's who is it on MTV? Justin Bieber. No, not Justin Bieber. This is way before Bieber. This was Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
So he was dancing and stuff, and you know, like, and we're like, "Yo, Mike, you know, this little white kid thinks you're like great," and he's like, "Who is he?"
He was that far.
This is before. I guess this is that. Yeah, this is before he was cool with. You know, with them before they did the collaboration. So he didn't know who the fuck
but he was. A guy like that was disconnected from the world.
Yeah, he was exactly. So like he knew about Formula One, but there were like other little things that you and I all know that he did not know, because Mike ain't sitting there watching TV.
But wasn't it a star crushing thing for you? Because when we grew up, you couldn't reach him. He was a star. Yeah. He was walking around with an army. Yeah. We only saw him on television, but you sat with him on the table.
It was still surreal. Okay. I mean, it was just like, oh my God, that's fucking Micheal Jackson. So, you know, I'm not like, you know, starstruck, but it's fucking Micheal Jackson. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find the picture of him. So it was just like unbelievable to see.
Imagine sitting him next to you.
Yeah. To
see all touching your legs.
I would ask him a couple of questions.
But would you let him touch you?
We were asking him questions.
It's Micheal Jackson.
Yeah, I mean.
Would you let him touch your lap?
Yeah, he can touch my leg.
That's the thing with Micheal Jackson.
He touched my back. And he wasn't.
It's still Michael, man.
Look, I don't believe any of that shit was happening. I think those people were just trying to shake Michael down for money.
Mike, man. I love
you know.
Fuck it.
And you know, it got to the point where Michael's like, "Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go to court. I'm not letting y'all say this shit about me."
I think we're a bit blinded by our. You know, the fact that we always thought he was a star. He was our star. He's untouchable.
I mean, to me, to me, he's still the star. You know what I mean? He's still the star to me. I don't listen to none of that shit. Because when I met him and I was talking to him, because he has two different voices. Michael has like a deep, you know,
a deep voice. Mikey?
And he has the high pitch. I'm Michael Jackson. So,
but when does he use the deep voice, right?
I don't know when he uses deep voice. When he's angry, maybe, or he's getting some pussy. I don't know.
Give me that.
I think I wouldn't want to meet him. So
you want to beat a girl. Yeah. So he was super cool, and I remember my friend DJ Who Kid having on this like really iced out like watch with these big baguettes, and you know, and Michael saw it, and he was like, "Oh shit. What the fuck is that?" Because, you know, Michael's into jewelry. So when he saw Who Kid's watch, he was like, "Oh, shit, what the fuck is that?" So Who Kid took it off. He's like, "Yeah, Mike, this is the new drip. Like, you know, this is it." You know, so he's like, "Wow." And he gave him back the watch. He's like, that's really fucking nice.
So he used the word fucking on it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What the fuck is that? It was like crazy because we were just like.
But you didn't have any.
Oh, Micheal Jackson curses.
Exactly.
You
But didn't you have any thought like, kind of weird? He's kind of weird.
No, I didn't. I did. When he was there talking to us, he was talking to us normally. And he was just like, he was like, these guys tell me you like to dance, and and I want to see, and he was like really shy, and I was like, and they were like, yo, you should battle Micheal Jackson. I was like, fuck out of here, I'm not battling the king. Are you crazy?
Like a dance battle?
Dancing. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not battling the king, And then, we had dinner, and it was cool. He hung out with us for a little bit, let everybody get a picture with him, and then, he just, as quick as he came, he got in his vehicle and he was out. His white socks and his penny loafers. But I was checking out his penny loafers. They're like broken in. They're like you would think Micheal Jackson would have on brand new shoes.
Yeah,
but they were like broken in. Like he had probably done Billie Jean and all kinds of shit.
That's why you should never meet
polished. Him. You know what I mean?
You should not meet Micheal Jackson.
No, man. It was
some people you shouldn't meet.
Great. No, I disagree with you on that. You got to meet Micheal Jackson. Fucking shit.
Because even if you look at the picture, you're like...
I mean, he was like pasty white, but it's like it's fucking Micheal Jackson.
He looked ghosty.
But he has that disease where like that girl Winnie. Mm-hmm. I have it a little bit
pigmentation.
Too. Yeah, so
but dude, why did he get the disease?
This is the white on the other side.
Like after 30 years. I don't understand.
I saw pictures of it. It was getting worse and worse.
Oh, you saw that?
There's old pictures of him back in the 70s, and you see it like it was going here.
But then he chose to completely.
So what the medicine?
It was real.
Whatever medicine he took, it went to that color. It's like,
I know.
You see mine
I know
here.
what you mean. I know.
Yeah. So
I got to ask with.
Yeah, I have it also like
pussy.
on different parts. Yeah, really? Oh, wow.
Who has that?
Can tell
So you could be like with a white woman and a black woman.
I cannot tell that.
Does somebody have that?
Yeah.
On the pussy.
Yeah. So I also have it like right here as well. So I'm like, when I saw Winnie, that girl, and I was like, oh, that's the same thing like what, similar to what Micheal Jackson had.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Hey, was there any rivalry going on? It's a completely different thing. Because you wanted to do the acting. You were very passionate about it.
Yeah.
There was an era that Tyrese came up.
Yeah. He used to come over to my house.
Like a direct competitor.
Yeah. He used to come over to my house and he used to, he's like, yo, I want to be like you. You're my big brother. Because I met him at the Soul Train Awards. I was walking down the aisle, going to my seat. And then this big head kid is like, yelling at me. So he gets up and runs over. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, oh, this that nigga from the Coca-Cola commercial.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
What the fuck he want? This is what I'm saying in my head.
Imagine how handsome
like competition.
No, I didn't even look at him as competition. He came over and he started talking. By this time, I'm at least my second year into my Ralph contract, and I was still, kicking ass. So he had done that Coca-Cola commercial on him singing on the bus.
Yeah.
So he came over and he's talking to me, and I was like, oh yeah, nice to meet you, this and that. So I then left him, went to my seat. So I had a roommate who was, he was starstruck. He's a fucking groupie. So this motherfucker told this motherfucker Tyrese where the fuck I lived. So next thing you know, I'm like, somebody's knocking on the door one day. I open the door and it's him. He's like, yo, big brother, what's up? I'm like, shit. And I knew immediately how the fuck. Like, I didn't even say, how the fuck did you find out where I live? I just immediately knew it was my roommate that told him where I lived. So then he was like, yo, talking to me for about a half an hour. Yeah, I'm like in my shorts. I'm just listening to him. And he's like, oh, man, this and that. I want to get in shape like you. I didn't have on my shirt, so, because I was getting ready to go to the gym and shit. So he's like, yo, I want to be like you. I want to work out like you. So I knew this trainer at this gym that I trained at, Gold's Gym in North Hollywood. So I hooked those two up, and I would be in the gym, and they'd be working out, and it was cool. Yeah, so it's never a rivalry.
No, but you being the arms guy,
people always used to say that we looked alike. But I have a picture of the two of us together. We don't look nothing alike.
Imagine how handsome you are when you say, I saw a big-headed guy And then it was Tyrese.
Back then he was skinny and his head was bigger than the rest of his body. Because when I met him, he didn't even work out. You know, I put him onto a trainer that got him muscles, and then
but when you see him in
he gave the muscle back. He gave the muscle back.
Of course, yeah.
He does the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, he does all the Fast and Furious.
Like the shooting.
So we speak. We speak on the phone. You know, time to time. He's a good guy. He just lost his mom, so I need to really reach out to him and give him a heads up. You know, a shout, love.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah. So
you still have that ambition to do something? In a movie,
definitely.
Action wise.
Yeah, definitely.
You also have that talent.
I'm not trying to diss the Fast and Furious stuff, but to me, the very first one was the best one because then there was no green screen. Now you got you got Vin flying through the air.
Yeah,
you know
like Superman.
I mean? Yeah,
right?
the cars could jump now.
Yeah.
I ain't into that shit.
It's too much.
You know what I mean? I'm an old school, you know, muscle car head guy. You know, I never see no 70 Chevelle jump. You know, fuck out of here. So I'm like anti green screen when it comes to like acting and action hero shit. I think if you're gonna really do it, we should really do it. You know, and then you know be cautious about the blanks you use in your guns because you know they fucking up in Hollywood.
Like what happened with Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, I blame the prop girl because I've been on action movie sets.
Sorry, what is a prop girl?
She was in charge of the gun.
Okay.
So for her, she should have checked the gun, made sure it was right, and then give it to the assistant director. And then he checks it and then gives it to the actor. It's not the actor's fault to check the gun.
No, of course not.
It's in no way form is it Alec Baldwin's fault. And I tell people all the time, and I'm a gun guy, and I say, look, he's not to be checking it. His thing is to work on his acting, you know, be ready for the scene. There are checkpoints for these things on these kind of sets when you run. So I think the prop girl had taken the gun out before and was shooting it, you know, out where they were. They were target practicing, and then somebody just didn't, you know, check to make sure that the live ammo and the real ammo, you know,
but
there's no reason for live ammo to be on
a set.
It never should have been.
No, exactly.
It never should have been there. And you can't turn around and blame the director or anybody else. You're the person who locks these guns up at night. You're the one who cleans them. You're there to maintain these guns. So you should know through and through that gun should have been spun in the air like this, and anything that was in it would have fell out. She didn't do that.
Yeah.
She pulled it out of wherever it was and then gave it to him. Yeah. She was very inexperienced.
But imagine being that guy that shoots.
Yeah, and then because it was shock on his face because what a lot of people don't understand why you see these guys on TV that can shoot with one hand. In real life, you can't because the grain of alcohol is so strong. So when you're doing movies like that, you're using half the gunpowder. You know,
so
you're not
it still
using
has a real effect, but
you're not using the full blast, and that's what should have happened on that set for sure. Because I train with live guns all the time. You know,
that's your hobby.
Yeah, that's my hobby.
Passion.
Yeah, my passion.
How come?
Again,
so as
growing up as a kid.
Growing up.
Yeah, growing up as a kid. Like, you know, I was fixing it. Like, 11 years old, I could take apart in 1911, which is a 45 caliber ACP. I could do that in the dark. You know, if I knew where all the pieces were, I could do it. I could do it to this day blindfolded, and I could do it under like certain amount of time. So
you sound very assassin-like.
Yeah, assassin very much. That's where I thought it was going.
Yeah, I never thought these things.
I really thought I was going to be a hood assassin. Come on, you know, drug dealers would pay me to kill people, housewives would pay me. You know,
why not?
Whatever. You know, I really thought I was going that way, but I you know, again, I'm glad I'm not that way.
Other thing, as you're here, did you? Because I on purposely didn't look up a lot about you. But cool. you date any famous people, as in women?
Yeah, I have.
Madonna, right?
Yeah,
Madonna.
No, not Madonna.
That was
Madonna.
Cool.
I'm kidding.
Me and Madonna are cool. Yeah, Madonna's OG. She cool as shit.
But one, for example, that we know all about.
No,
or you're not allowed to talk about that.
No, you know, I mean, I hung out with what's her name for a minute, you know. I don't want to say,
Beyonce.
No. She wished she was Beyonce. I dated Chili from TLC during the time of Sexy Crazy Cool album.
Oh, during the prime time.
Yeah, during the time. So that was different. because I never dated anybody who was famous, you know. But she was very humble. Yeah.
Isn't that the thing that when you're famous, that it's more convenient to date a famous person because you understand each other, that type of thing?
Yeah, well, there is a good thing about that, and then there's a bad thing about that because you're both busy. Yeah, and you're both busy working, and sometimes you're on the opposite sides of the world, so that can get tough. Yeah, it can get really tough. So you know, but there's some good advantages of it, you know, because they take you to dinner, you take them to dinner, they take you to Mexico, you take them to Ibiza. You know, it goes, it's cool.
And one thing that I saw, there was a Chris Brown thing going on.
Yeah,
not a beef, just a thing. Was it a real thing, or was it just like?
No, well, you know what? I had no idea the shit was going down. I just took a picture with Carucci, who like I'm still cool with to this day, and we just did the Ivy Park campaign together for Adidas and Beyonce, and we were straight chilling at the pool party in Las Vegas. She was like, yo, we were like, yo, let's take a picture. So we took a picture, went on Instagram, and then like, you know, I got all these death threats from whoever. Yeah, like his crew and all of that. And then
but they didn't know
them. No, they had no idea. Because they're young kids. They don't know they don't know my street legend.
No.
So I guess
they don't know your assassin type of character.
Yeah. So for me, it was funny. I laughed. I said, what time are you coming?
That would be a sign for me.
And then I'm out. And then I have this bronze and gold, bronze and black AK-47 I had custom made. Man. So I'm standing there in a full military bulletproof vest. All the magazines are there, and I have the AK in my hand, and I'm shooting in a video that ended up on TMZ and was like, because I'm good friends with the TMZ people, Harvey, and all. There's the picture there, So that picture obviously made Homeboy mad, but maybe there was like a beef between her and him, and she must have said, you know what, I want to fuck Chocolate Boy. And then, you know, him being light skinned and being in his way got.
But to me,
mad.
that picture would.
But then he blamed. He said it was, you know, he was messing with drugs or whatever, you know. And I said, yeah, maybe that was it. But like, homeboy, if you ever want to come get this, I said, I'm not going to bring anybody else. You bring anybody you want. Let's meet in the desert here in Vegas. You know, and at those times I was training in the desert in Vegas, like on my off days, because I was there working for Chippendale. So I said, yo, bring that shit. I wasn't scared of you.
Man, I'm getting so confused.
I told him
Chippendales and.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
In one sentence, he talks about murdering somebody and the word Chippendale.
That's the thing, though.
I'm getting super confused.
Like again, like Micheal Jackson said, smooth criminal. Smooth criminal. You don't have to. The thing is that what I learned from growing up on the street, the most gangsters kids didn't walk around and tell you they were gangsters. They just handled their business. They didn't say send a threat, nothing. They were going to get you. You just been got, you know. I had a friend like that. He just, like, you know, he had a beef with another guy, and the next thing you know, I'm at the other guy's wake. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, he said it was a problem, and then I'm here now at this wake and saying goodbye to this dude. I was like, shit, okay. So I grew up with guys like that. You know, they wasn't going to tell you they was mad at you or they was going to get you. You just ended up got, you know. So for me, I was never one who's, yo, man, I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm going to fuck you up. No, I'm quiet. When people see me, I got on floral shirts. I'm dressed real nice, dress shoes, you know. I'm the one to show up I'm the one to show up at the hip hop party in a nice suit or a tuxedo. I want to look like the most like unthreatening person in the room.
No, but when you look at me now, I can tell you honestly, I'm aware of the fact that you could kill me pretty quick. In any type of way you want to kill me.
But I wouldn't do that. I mean,
I know, but still the threat is there.
Do something.
Like the threat is there.
It's like John Wick. He can kill somebody with a pencil.
I wanted to do like
kill somebody with a pencil.
I wanted to do an acting type of thing with him, like a scene that I would do the Dutch type of making you afraid of me thing, and then you threatening me back with a Jamaican accent or whatsoever. Let's not do it.
You don't do that?
I don't want to do that.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to do it.
Again, it's just like all the years of training. Like, I've been training with firearms for like, man, I'd have to say at least since I was 9. And I'm 51 now. So, you know, and it's,
Do you start feeling it body wise and?
The training?
No, that we're getting older. That we're getting old. I'm 40 and I can tell you a bunch of stories.
Actually, no. You know what?
Come on, man.
No, brother. Really, honestly, in my 30s, I was aching and being in pain. Maybe in my 20s as well from like weightlifting, working out, and wake up the next morning sore and walking to the bathroom like an old man. But I think since I've changed my diet to going very like organic and eating clean and not the
no meat type of thing.
Yeah, no meat. No,
you don't eat meat.
I eat chicken once in a while, but I had some curry chicken since I've been to the island, and it's been good. It was good. So, but for me, it's just like eating clean, But I do have a softness for chocolate. That's it. So, and then I also non-alcoholic beer, So
I have the same chocolate, beer, chips, fries.
Yeah, but you just got to do it in moderation.
There you go. Yeah. Man,
so it's crazy. So it's always good. Like I'm like, my friends used to tease me and call me the Black James Bond, because they're like, this motherfucker can kill people and put on a tuxedo and shit. And
we knew about the tuxedo, but never about the killing.
And steal your girl at the same time.
Exactly. I imagine that your girl walks off with him.
Yeah,
I would be.
I would be happy for her.
I won't have a problem with that.
For the record, I've never stolen anybody's girl while she was with the person that I was aware of.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Were you aware of that you stole?
No, I was not aware of that. And I even was telling Solo here, like, I think at one point the New York district attorney was upset with me over something, and he was dragging me into a case that I didn't want to be involved in, and I had to find out from one of his people and go to them and say, can you ask this motherfucker, did I fuck his girl, did I steal his bitch? Why is he like so angry with me? So that was another reason for me to get the fuck out of New York City and shit, because I was like, I ain't getting in shit with these motherfuckers.
So everywhere, we're like Curacao small. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
but it sounds like New York.
Yeah, New York is a different beast, man. I mean, I'm still known there now. Still get a shot out there. Be like, 2 guns,
2 guns. Instead of in Holland when we see hey, sex symbol.
Yeah. So long before the sex symbol days, there's the street. Yeah.
Hey, I'm
definitely going to do a book about it. Because it's like, I was telling Solo how we, as kids, we used to, every Friday, we're going to run from the cops today. Yeah, we would go fuck with the police just so they would chase us, just so they would chase us.
Man, we were literally a week ago talking about our villages, Capelle and IJssel and Lunette in Holland, how thug we were.
Yeah.
And I wanted to relate with you today, man. You know what we did? We stole this and this.
Yeah. I started off stealing cars. I did everything. I was an arms dealer.
Was there a scared
car thief. I was a drug dealer. I was a robber of drug dealers. Just all kinds of shit.
But never being scared.
Never being scared. And I've only been locked up twice. Not prison, but overnight. And, they ain't got no evidence. You gotta let me go, bitch. gotta go.
Yeah, exactly.
Deuces. I'm back on the street.
But now I understand the straight face when you walk on the catwalk.
I used to tell, because that was my heart. That was my street. That was my street. Like anyone in my street said, in my neighborhood, you had to walk down that motherfucker like you had somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Because if you walked down there like you didn't have nowhere to go, hey, come here, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Come here.
It's fucked up. What
you doing? Sell these drugs to me. You got money? Give me that damn watch. That was the lifestyle in New York. If you didn't, walk like a beast, you were going to get robbed by the beast.
Exactly.
So you had to live and be the part. But deep down, I was kindest person ever.
They showed me what kind of walk was that? Because we were, long story short,
have enough room? I don't know. I got on my flip-flops.
Just a little walk, all
right, let me see.
Not the catwalk walk.
No, not the
catwalk walk.
The street.
You should switch to that one thing.
Film it, girls. I want to see this one. Oh my fucking God!
See the hop?
You know what I mean?
What the
fuck? You don't know if you're gonna swing that side, swing that side, so you have to have that walk
Yeah, that's it.
There was guys that walked like this down the street. I wasn't scared of you.
No. And the exact same walk.
Yeah, that's exactly
same walk. You can correct me if you. I did in jail.
Yeah.
Because long story would we.
You went in jail.
Yeah, you have to do that walk, man. Shit, as soon as you get in jail, you gotta let them know I'm not ready to be fucked with. Like, yo, I'm mad I'm in here. Don't fuck with me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Give me a cigarette, motherfucker. Exactly. So,
but when I do it, it's the guy trying to do the walk.
Yeah.
So they don't fuck with me.
Now you gotta ask him.
Yeah.
The thing why I told you don't take the bruistablet.
Oh yeah. Your opinion on this story.
Okay.
Yes. So long story short,
should he take it?
They brought us to the worst fucking jail here in Curacao by an accident. Blah blah. The next morning,
it was not by accident. I don't believe ever that it was by accident. Somebody doesn't like you. They were trying to teach you a lesson.
We know that already.
And lesson taught. Seriously.
Yeah. No, for sure. 100%.
But we were there, and next morning they asked us, "Do you guys want to have a smoke or somewhere? Go to the open place."
Yeah.
We thought. As
to the yard.
Before,
We call that the yard.
The yard, yeah.
But we were in the police station the night before. We went to the police station yard, which nobody was there. We smoked a cigarette and went back. But in the in the prison yard.
Yeah.
So he brought us up there, and then the bars went open, and we saw the yard.
Yeah.
Like with real thugs,
with
like
real
murderers,
with
blah, blah, blah.
and killers and drug dealers.
The real
all that
fucking
shit.
deal.
Yeah.
And he started mumbling something. I didn't even like it because he was my guidance in jail, you know. But even the guide started mumbling something and he went off. And then I did the walk.
Yeah.
The walk you just showed. I did the walk.
Yeah, because
but I saw in their faces. He's walking the walk.
Yeah.
But he's not that guy.
I'm not impressed.
Right.
I'm not impressed.
And now we're going to ask you something. And then one guy was walking up and down.
Yeah.
Like a real thug, blah, blah, mumbling something.
Yeah.
And he had, hoe zeg je bruistablet in het Engels?
Yeah, the shank?
No.
Yeah, the toothbrush.
No. Don't get all New York.
Vitamin C stuff, you know.
He has moisturizer.
The word when we Google translate it to English is what the fuck?
What the fuck?
You know
Tablets.
stuff you put in water to like drink vitamin.
Like vitamin C you put in water.
Oh yeah.
How do you call it?
I call that.
Like the tablet that you put in the water and then.
Vitamin C, you have the powder in it.
Oh yeah, and it fizzes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, those.
Why you call that?
Yeah, it's.
Doesn't he?
I know it. I have some in my house. Emergency.
Whatever.
Yeah,
he was walking around with those things, handing out one
to
the people sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, take this. It's good for your defense.
Yeah,
it's COVID is fucking us up.
Yeah, because you can get sick. Yeah,
He was the biggest guy, right? He was the biggest guy.
Biggest guy in the yard.
Yeah.
And I was sitting next to him, feeling like a complete bitch. Then I knew I am a bitch. It's not my thing. It's not for me.
Not for you.
I know my talent.
And I always tell people, there's no reason for you to pretend to be a tough guy.
I was done pretending.
Yeah, real tough guys don't need to even portray it. They just sit there humble, reading their book, and that's me. You mostly see me anywhere around, just reading my book, minding my business.
Which is you're the real deal, probably, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not supposed to be there. Especially so he was walking up, and I asked him, "Hey, should I take the thing? Or not?" And he was like, "I'm not taking it, guy."
Yeah, I told him.
He told me I'm not taking it.
You weren't taking it either.
Yeah,
no, he was telling me.
I told him. He asked me, right? So I told him, "Don't take it." You know.
And I asked him why, and then he's like, "No, then you owe him something."
Yeah, don't take it.
And I told him, "But I'm gonna take it because then I show him."
No, you're his bitch.
No, don't take. Yeah, he's right. He was right. He's right. Don't take it because you're gonna owe him something.
And then 3, 2, 1, and he came up to me, and I was like, "Fuck, hey, you want one of these? It's good for your defenses." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And you know what I said? But in Dutch, I was like, "Okay." No, but with the same voice. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I was like this.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
So your advice would be.
Yeah,
the same
don't
he
take
said.
it.
Don't take
Don't
it.
take it.
Man.
Yeah, because in jail it's a barter system.
Oh fuck that.
You take this, I take your butt.
You're his bitch now. You're his bitch now.
You give me a hand job or you give me head because you're fresh. You're fresh meat.
And good looking.
That's what. Yeah,
And good looking. Yeah.
He's like, he's probably already imagined things he's going to do with you. So if I was you, I hide behind him because It's like he looks more dangerous than you. You're a pretty boy.
I know.
You and I.
I'm not dangerous.
You and I are pretty boys. But I had to also be opposite of the pretty boy. I had to be able to fight because I got picked on because I was a pretty boy. So that's why my mom dropped me off at karate and like, yo, go in there, get that shit right, come back out here. She knew I could fight, but she was like wanted to give me
Imagine
everything.
that.
Like nowadays, she's just like, yo, who's this motherfucker talking shit about you? You got this? And I'll be like, yeah, I got this.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Me and my
that's the
mom,
shit.
you know?
Yeah.
Imagine being in a jail cell and a guy just walks in. He's like, hey.
Yeah, and that's how it works. Yeah, gonna walk in and try to take your manhood. It's what they try to do. They try to take your manhood.
Watch his face.
Yeah,
I would be sitting there all
you should be
nervous.
lucky that it didn't happen. You wasn't in there long enough.
I just didn't like to be
They
there.
purposely put you guys over there.
Yeah.
You know,
They wanted to teach us a lesson.
Yeah, because they probably felt like, oh, you want to be disrespectful as we're here talking to you? Okay, well, fuck it. Yeah, we got you then. You know.
And then we were there 10 minutes in that cell, and I was like, hey, Raul.
Yeah.
And the response was, he slept.
Yeah.
He was like a tough guy. He didn't mind. Like, he got nothing in the
they knew not to bother him because he didn't want none. He didn't, you know. So they
Maak je niet druk,
alone.
Pik. Don't worry, Pik.
But eventually,
Gotta
they
save
would have
my-
saw
my-
that you
my
guys
strength
were
for the
together,
day-
and they
day
probably
after.
was like, you know what, that's his boy. Leave him alone. You know.
No, it was okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, it was just front newspaper. That's it.
That's good though.
Nothing else.
There's always good, you know. What do you say? Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it ended up being all right, you know.
Yeah.
And about we're speaking about imagining things as sex symbols. You and I, sex symbols amongst each other.
Right. And you know the two of us can't be on this island long.
No. I'm placing myself in the same position.
You know,
as
like
Tyson
we're like two superheroes. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Black
But
Panther.
what would be my power?
You would be like Iron Man. I'm Black Panther and
An Iron Man?
Yeah, you're
Ironer
like
Man.
Iron Man. No, Iron Man.
Oh, with Iron Fist.
Yeah, you don't know about Iron Man?
I know Iron Man. But
Yeah.
why
so
am I
like,
Iron Man?
Because
I pussy out. Let's call Iron Man. Nope.
you want to be Black Panther? Then I'll be Iron Man. Shit, Iron Man got the nice toys. He got cars and shit.
Hey,
You know.
but listen, you was a handsome guy, blah blah blah. You did everything you could have imagined sexually, probably also. But now I'm starting to feel that I'm getting more and more extremer, because
As
it
far
doesn't do
as-
for me. Yeah, as far as things
how you're
sexually.
living.
No,
Oh, okay.
not how you're living.
Or how you got
Like stuff you do in the bedroom. So I'm imagining the stuff you have done, which probably goes further than I have done.
I don't think I've done anything really crazy wild, you know.
Because that's my question. How far does it go?
Okay, 4 girls
like
at
mentally.
4 girls at one time.
Okay, but then there's 4, and then you
Yeah.
go for 5, 6, and then it doesn't do that.
No. Actually, I went the opposite way. I did 4, so I went to 3, 2, and now I'm at 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
but then we're just
But
talking
I
amounts.
started with 1 and went, you know.
But then
went up, came back
we're
down.
just talking numbers, like amounts
Yeah.
of girls.
Yeah.
But like doing stuff, getting extremer, like slapping, like harder slapping. Hey, look at me,
choking, and-
looking at
yeah,
my
I've been
boundaries.
there.
Are you still alive?
I've been
stuff.
there. Yeah. Safe word.
Safe word,
Yeah.
and then lying that recognizing when the safe word is real.
Yeah, no, the safe word's got to be real every time because you can get in trouble. Yeah, you got to work that safe word out, bro.
But those things. But does that get extremer, or do you go?
No, you get
go
a safe
towards love
word. You get
slowly again?
monkey balls is a safe word. She say monkey balls, you leave her. You don't give her monkey balls. You say,
just
okay,
leave
this is a
her.
safe word. She said that's it. When the safe word is there, you back up. It's like the police. Stand back. Put your hands up.
I think when you have to use a safe word during sex, you're gone too far already.
I don't know, but people do it. You
Yeah.
gotta have a safe word if you're gonna get crazy and
You need to have a
like
safe
that,
word.
You gotta have a fucking safe word, bro.
Ula, do you have a safe word during sex? When you were an extremist, you became an extremist. Yeah, he tells me stuff that I sometimes want to go to. Like
I saw that the gif about him eating ass.
Oh yeah, you saw
That's
you.
good, bro.
You know
That's
which one,
good.
right?
You look like a pro, bro.
He does not fool around with butt sniffing.
No,
not at all.
You
no,
get
no.
right in
It's a
there.
fucking serious thing.
No, but we.
So you like to eat it from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Is that
I
Open
got
that
you.
shit up.
is that not done also?
Yeah.
It's
that's
done.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it's your girl. Hell yeah. Shit.
Not done? What the fuck?
You walk in the kitchen and she got on a short skirt. You just
Exactly.
go to work.
No,
And you got on,
precies
and you
goed.
got on
Ja,
your
ja.
dress
My
shoes
nigga.
and your dress shirt or wherever,
Yeah.
fresh from work. You're like, come here,
Surprise
girl.
her. Just surprise her. Open it up.
I guarantee she won't tell you stop.
Okay, but that's really what I wanted to ask. If stuff is getting extremer and extremer.
Well, no, people are getting crazier now. People are pushing,
especially during the weekend,
drugs and then having sex, and you know what I mean. I mean that's been going on since the beginning of the time. I mean, Julius Caesar was doing shit like that,
Exactly. That's what I told him.
Yeah, the Egyptians were.
It's not a new thing.
It's not new. It's not new. It's new to him.
It's new to him.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah.
About Julius Caesar.
No, that is an old thing. That's an old thing.
It's the caveman. How you think we got here? Your parents.
You know why I'm asking you?
Your parents probably did wild shit to get you here.
They did.
And I feel like my parents did wild shit to get me here too. So it's your job to give your kid the same opportunity. So
it's true.
You came here on some wild shit. Right. It was a time I took your mama to the back of the room. You know what I mean? You gotta,
There was a time.
This time I had taken it. You gotta, eventually when you go out with your kids, you tell them some wild shit, I want to sit down with my son one day and say, man, me and your mama used to, boy. Yo, she got these shoes in the closet.
What age is your son?
My son's 23 now. Yeah. So I got a grown man.
Yeah.
I got a homeboy now.
How's that? To have a grown man as a son?
It's cool. Like when he was like in high school, I took him to I took him to Ibiza, and let them hang out with that's when David Guetta was down there. David and I am very close. So we went to go see David's show, and bring him backstage and everything. He's hanging out, talking to David and shit. Because my son is a music producer. So it was like, for him, it was cool, And I don't know if he really fathomed like who David was. Like, yo, this is the biggest, big shout outs to David. And Chucky is another one.
DJ Chucky, yeah. We were talking about that.
Yeah. I used to hang out with, spend time with all these guys, at the party, not partying, just, chilling. So I brought my son. He got to meet David, and they started talking about music. And David was like, yo, if you want, I'll take him for a little while. I was like,
really?
I was like, take this motherfucker. And I turned to my son, you got to go.
He did.
No, he didn't go. He went back and told his friends. So I was supposed to bring him and his friends back, but I guess one of his friends couldn't find his passport or get his passport in time. So we ended up not making the trip. But yeah, he had fun, man. And to go out and go drink with your son and, people watch and, and just be out like the club. And I'm watching other guys with him, talking to him. And I'm like, don't nobody give him no goddamn drugs. I'm going to fuck somebody up. He's only allowed to smoke weed. I'll fuck somebody up. Yeah, so we had a good time, man. Good father-son trip,
Super
and then
nice,
we went to the one and only, there's only one hip-hop club in Ibiza. So we went there and we were chilling, we drinking, bottles of champagne are there on the table. It's just me and him hammering out. And the girls are coming by saying hi and we're taking pictures and stuff. So it was cool. And then his ass was drunk. This motherfucker was drunk as shit.
My son is
stumbling with me back to the hotel. And he got to catch a flight in a little while. So I'm like, yo, baby, you good? You going to be all right? You're not going to throw up or nothing? And he's like, nah, I got this. And, he's talking shit. He's like, I said, your bag is packed. You ready to go to the airport? You need to set the alarm. Do you want me to come over and check on you? Nah, I got it, Dad. I'm going to get to the airport. So, he's trying to show me he's responsible. But that motherfucker missed his flight. He had to take a taxi back to the hotel. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll put you on my flight. And we go to New York. And then we got him a ticket. I had to buy a whole new ticket. And then when we got back, we got the credit for the ticket. But I was like, see, lesson learned. You should drink some water, set your alarm, always have a backup, So it was like things he was learning, So when you put your kids through something like that, you teach them something, I mean? They can hang. Like, I know I can drop him any party in the world. And he's not going to be getting fucked up on anything and looking at people crazy. So, you got to teach your kids right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get them out there so they get some real life experience. So that was a fun father-son trip. You definitely got to do that with your kid when they're
only 3 years old.
Yeah, you got
so behind with all this stuff.
You got to keep up though, man. You got to keep up. It's part of being a parent.
I know.
You got to be able to be on the same level with them. Yeah, you got to be able to understand what they're going through and understanding, because I think we get it so caught up in our adult lives, we forget that they got a bully at school. Yeah, you know what I mean? Somebody I might need to go and have a talk to, or go find their parent. Like, yo, your child is bullying my child. Cut that shit out.
Or somebody got killed.
So right? Hopefully none of that.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the gangster at the PTA meeting.
No.
Like, that's such and such dad.
Hey, but does it still feel like he's my boy, like my son?
Nah,
even when he's 23?
I still hug him and kiss all on him and shit like that. He's man. I'm looking at him like he's got a beard almost as rougher than mine. So it's like, shit. Like my baby's not a baby anymore.
Me.
Yeah, he's got a beard.
Unbelievable.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, our kids are still young, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. One thing I wanted to ask you.
It's the most beautiful thing you can do in life, I think. That was probably my best accomplishment.
Yeah, but it didn't soften you up.
Right, I am soft. I'm still soft. I'm soft. No. But I'm just I'm still not sleeping on the world. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've seen shit. I know what kind of people are out in the world. So that's why I'm always like that. You know what I mean? I can still spot good, but when I spot evil, I'm like, shit, these are not good people to be around. So you try to
don't wake me up.
Shit.
That's bullshit. Yeah. Don't wake me up.
Yeah, no. Chill, but it's a respect thing when you see them. You just nod and, I see you, you see me. Yeah, just keep it going. Yeah. So
Okay. But the fun thing is, I never heard the entire Chris Brown story.
Oh, well, I mean...
but we're still there.
Yeah. Well, go back to that. It was just like, a lot of threats. He said some stuff, and I just was like, all right, whatever. I said, I would stay quiet. But I let them know I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't like that. I'm OG. I'm OG, bro.
They
Don't
didn't
come
know.
at me like that. Mm-hmm. So, in the end, he apologized. But, it's more detail to a lot of things went on in between that. But... it's behind me. I'm not trying to be.
No, of course. We read those things like,
don't poke the bear.
No,
don't poke the bear. Just don't poke the bear.
Now they don't have to.
No,
they shouldn't
cool.
poke the bear.
Hey, I'll run, hang out with you, drink with you. As long as we cool. But I can't have you threatening me. No, that's not gonna happen.
Shit. Yeah. I still want to do the scene with you that I threaten you a little bit. In the Dutch street way. I'm already nervous. To be honest, which is fucked up because in my mind.
Do you want to take a break and
no, let's do this.
Get the scene and.
I need to be angry. Okay. And you want to respond in Jamaican?
Yeah, I can respond any way you want.
But
yeah. Let me know. Hold on, let's move.
And you're going Dutch, right? Or what? English?
No, like Dutch accent. Dutch accent English.
Should I go to the bathroom first? Because I don't want you to make me piss my pants from laughing.
No, so the scene is that, we're in a club.
Okay.
And you're just annoying me.
All right.
No, you're sitting here and I'm sitting and I'm asking you what the fuck the problem is. That's what I will ask you.
All right.
Okay, concentrate. Because I feel super threatened based on your characterization.
You want me not to look at you in the eye?
No, look me in the eye, but not with the assassin look immediately.
Okay.
Just bring that one in later, because or else it's over immediately. Wat zei je?
Toilet.
Yeah.
Je moet pissen.
No, I'm going to go to the toilet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
But I now this.
No, go ahead.
I now understand.
I didn't even know. I was like, okay, I'm going to the toilet. Concentrate, and then I'll be right back. No, I literally thought I'm going to the toilet.
Ik ook. Ik kon ook niet houden. We drinken bierpik. Kijk maar.
Neemt hij nog op? Weet je zeker? Raak niks aan.
En je wil jullie starten?
Hoe bedoel je?
Om laten gaan.
Nee, laat maar gaan nu toch? Wat zei je?
Plassen. Ik krijg 3 biertjes.
Oké, doe maar eindigen dan en dan nieuwe starten.
Dat dacht ik ook al.
Dan doe ik alleen dat dingetje nog weer doen. Ja?
Nee, laat het gewoon.
Shit voor later, guys.
Ja? Shit voor later? Precies 7 uur toch? Ik zat naar je ding te kijken.
Ja, is perfect.
Nee.
Hey, wat raad je?
Ja, a couple of birds nests.
Yeah, in your chandelier.
Slaat hij hem op, Gauto? Ja.
Ik heb gewoon lang nagedacht.
Je hebt hem gestopt?
Nee, gewoon vandaag.
Gewoon gelaten.
Gaat goed? Laat het zo maar
No, I'm seriously trying to threaten you. It's not even the podcast thing.
I'm gonna let you.
Because that's what I saw you doing once in Jamaica. Like, what the fuck?
Hoe beginnen we? Light?
Nee, gewoon face-to-face. When I talk and then you put it when you talk. I'm trying.
Bring out the Jamaican, baby.
Bring out the Jamaican.
Oh shit.
Welcome to Jamrock.
Nee, I'm just walking up to him in English. It's in English, my Dutch English.
Denk aan die rookmachine.
Huh?
Denk aan die rookmachine.
Oh nee, ja. Fuck the headset. Fuck the headset.
Yeah, it's okay. You guys don't need it anyway.
Okay.
I think you guys have to stand for this.
Nee,
I'm gonna
he's
keep
so
mine.
threatening. It's fucking check.
I'll keep mine.
Stand up.
I'll keep mine.
More intense.
Check.
Where are we standing up?
He's super threatening.
Yeah, but I can't get the voice. Hey, guys.
Yeah, that's a lot. Guys, he's gonna do a picture of you too.
Yeah. What, threatening?
No, standing normal.
Oh, standing normal.
I thought it was like a stare down.
Yeah, she be there.
My favorite man.
Doesn't feel that. No, it doesn't feel that song. It's doable. Maar staand kan je niet opnemen, toch?
Nee, je zit te dichtbij.
Oké.
Maar ook niet daar achter.
Nothing special.
Maakt niet uit.
Kan je mij in beeld zetten?
Ja, ready.
Nu?
Action.
Ready, time.
Hey, what seems to be the problem? No, seriously, for 25 minutes or something, you're looking at me, blah, what the fuck seems to be the problem?
I don't have no problem.
What the fuck are you talking with a stupid voice?
Yo.
No, you start. I'm fucking annoyed by this shit. No,
Then-
seriously.
Bro.
Oh, you're all rough and stuff. Okay, so because you were on TV and things. You think I give a shit about that?
I don't give a fuck if you don't give a shit about it. Are you starting trouble with me?
No, I saw you looking at me like, so that's why I'm coming here, asking you what the fuck the problem is.
You're a handsome guy.
Nah, that's just
I'll give you the fucking...
If Tyson Beckford tells me I'm a handsome guy, I'm gonna quit this conversation and start going after the ladies. Cause you're a vibe switcher.
No, bro, I'm just... Look, man,
He's
I'm
just
just
a smooth
chilling, bro. I'm just
Oh, okay.
chilling, bro. I'm not trying to cause no problem.
I fucking bitched out already. No, because it's so hard. That's why acting, I can do it.
No, you don't have to act.
No,
It
you're
has to
good.
be
You're
in
good
you.
though. I broke you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
you're doing
you
good.
flipped
You
the
know, very,
script.
very broke you.
We
I
can
saw
do
that.
it,
I saw
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
he
We
flipped
do
the
it, yeah.
script.
Let's do
He
it. Let's
flipped
do
the
it. Let's do it.
script.
Let's do it.
He's-
Let's go.
he-
Let's
he-
go.
He
Alright.
blocked you with his look, with his eye.
So what the fuck you saying? Why you over here worried about what I'm doing?
I don't know. I just want to apologize. Oh my fucking god!
I think he could have gone farther.
I'm also high.
Because the way he started off, he was good.
Okay,
You started
fuck
off
it.
good,
Okay,
though.
okay.
You started off good, though.
Okay.
All right, so go back to that.
No, I'm just fucking annoyed that you kept on looking at me.
Yo,
so that's
I'm
why I
not
walked up
looking
to
at
you.
you, though, bro. Why are you worried about what I'm doing? I'm not looking at you.
You bumped against the guy. I look at
Yo.
him. Blah, you were pointing at me.
Bro.
So now I'm standing here. What the fuck you want to
so
do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? we can go outside, or we can have a drink and call it quits, or whatever you
My
want to do.
question is, why the fuck are you looking at my way and pinching the guy?
Bro, I'm
Look
not
at
looking
him.
at you. Trust me, I'm not looking at you. So I don't know, bro.
Ja,
If you feel that way, I'm sorry, but
dan,
please.
ja,
I don't-
laat
I don't-
maar zitten dan.
I don't want the problems,
Laat maar
man.
zitten dan.
Bro,
I wanted to
I'm
get
just
into a
here
fight.
visiting. I'm just here visiting, okay? I'm just here visiting, having fun with my friends.
Gee, you're like
I'm
a modern
sorry, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yo, if you want to go outside, we can go outside. I just think it's
Let's
stupid.
go outside, nigga.
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck is wrong
stupid,
with you?
but yo,
Step
we can
it up.
blood clot go outside and go take care of this.
Yeah.
You want to do that? You're bad man. You're blood
Yes.
clot bad man. Well, come now, bad man. Make we do it now.
Yeah.
Come, make we do it now.
Shit, man. Yeah, then you're fucked already.
Yeah, man. You're done. Yes, you're done. Yes.
I feel like I have a vagina. And he didn't even have to pull that one out. Because that's what I saw you doing in a podcast, like telling a story. And like, oh,
what?
Yeah, because sometimes, people make the worst part of you come out. You know what I mean? So sometimes I just try to remain calm. You know what I mean? It's like when you're like, yo, this could get ugly, and you just can foresee it and say, yo, I don't want to do that. So that's what I've learned to do.
Wisdom comes with the years. How do you say that in English?
Yes,
it's true.
Wisdoms come from every walk.
Experiences.
Experiences.
You got to experience it.
There's nothing I've run into that's worse than where I've been. Yeah. You know what I mean? So for me, when people do something like that to me, I'm just like, I stood 5-on-1 before. So it's like, why? What are we doing this for? Just one you? Okay. Stop. Yeah, let's just chill. You learn to be calm. You learn to be calm. The more fights you are in and shit that you get into and gunfights and shit, you learn to be calm. It humbles you.
I can imagine. I cannot imagine being in a gunfight, but
that shit is scary.
Now you know it, right? I heard my friend die on the phone, man.
Yeah,
so, you adapt. I heard it on the phone.
Tough,
I'm becoming dead.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah.
So shit is for real out here, man. So I just try to maintain and be like, calm, cool, collective, trained, and always ready to go.
No, but seriously,
I always have a bullet in the chamber. And
no, but to be honest, for somebody that really wanted to pick a fight, blah blah blah, I really felt like the way you did, because I thought we were going there, But the way you were going, I was like, it flips the script. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
I find when you get in those kind of situations, if you can make the other person laugh, it's really not that serious.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really not that serious.
So it's phases you go through, like
it's phases. So feel the person, feel the person out.
Okay,
I think feel the person out.
We're out of time.
And if you can always end that confrontation with having a drink and meeting a new friend, I do that every time.
Yeah, man.
Have a drink and meet a new friend, because one day you might even find out that you have the same enemies. You be like, you know what? You don't like him either? Yeah. Man,
let's rob him.
I knew I liked you for some reason.
Let's rob him.
You never know.
It comes out to positivity, man. Love, one love.
Yeah. Anytime I'd ever had like a confrontation like that, I've always ended up being that person's friend. To this day, I have two friends like I met that way. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah. And I've even had guys who have come back to me and say, you know what? I'm wrong for the way I came at you. And apologize. And I thought that was like, I was like, yo, it takes a lot to do that. That's a real man,
Nice, man.
Be able to come back and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by that.
Yeah.
I was out of my mind or out of my frame or not myself, out of my character. I like to say.
Yeah, I wish we would have another hour or something to talk about Beckford Garage, because you have...
Yeah. Beckford Garage.
Gas and
guns and cars and bikes and stuff like that. So like my garage is really where it is, my home. So I want to expand on it, build it into a shop, and make all kinds of shit. Bikes, gas,
like custom-made bikes.
Yeah,
custom-made guns.
Yeah, custom-made guns. So I'm getting ready to make parts. I'm not gonna make a full gun.
Okay,
but I'm gonna make parts. Yeah. So nice, it's a big business in the States. Man. Yeah.
And is the modeling still going on, by the way?
No, not really. I stopped doing that 2008.
Like really, I'm retired from modeling. Okay.
Yeah, for good. And then now I just work from home, train, produce TV shows and documentaries. I'm working on a documentary now that I'm been in for almost 2 years. So I'm like so happy to be done with it soon.
So they have been documenting your life for the last 2 years.
These same stories I've been told.
Okay, yeah.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait for that.
I mean, there's so much to tell.
Yeah.
Like from my early street days and growing up in Jamaica, growing up in the Bronx and upstate New York, and where I am now in life, it's a lot, man. It's
interesting, right?
Like, I have to say, if I can sum up my life, it's like a James Bond movie. James Bond movie, because there's the good and then there's the bad, and you got the great cocktail parties and you dress well, and then there was a lot of
Black James Bond. Good title. Good title.
Yeah,
though.
good
And will it only be from the last 2 years, or also?
No, I think I got to do one from start to here.
No, but the last documentary.
Yeah,
they're working
it's from start to here.
From start to here. Yeah, super nice.
Kinda, yeah,
super nice.
So I'm happy for it.
When and where is it coming out?
Maybe this year, or maybe early next year.
Probably on one of the streaming.
Yeah, because then you got to get into the editing part.
Oh God, yeah.
So now that you put the documentation down, now you got to edit and get it right.
Okay.
Well, I've seen a rough copy already. So
and
yeah, it's good.
You like what you saw?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool. I think you guys will like it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you like Curacao, by the way?
I love it, man.
Yeah?
It's nice. I've been, just hitting the beaches, relaxing, chilling.
First time here?
No, my third.
Oh, third time already.
Third,
Nice.
Private time is second.
Yeah, yeah.
you're
The
right.
first 2
We had
times
a
at
club,
work.
yeah.
First 2 times at work. And then we had a little play. That's how I met this guy. And then, went to a bunch of different places here and held
Nice,
a
man.
big fashion event in the street. It was good. It was good. Then the second time I came down with Nigel Barker from America's Next Top Model.
Okay.
I've been on a couple of those episodes. So then, after doing that, we just we hung out. We got to party a little bit and see the place. And
Nice.
definitely got a big tour of the whole island. 2 times I came, so I've seen pretty much the whole island, the west side. And it's nice.
West side, especially that side.
Yeah,
Nice,
it's
huh?
nice. Yeah, this is like paradise.
Caribbean.
It's like a secret little paradise.
Yeah,
I don't want people to know. So
Yeah.
walking down the
yeah.
street and there's P Diddy. Hey, shit, P Diddy's here.
Yo,
Oh yeah, what are we gonna do?
You got Nas chilling over here. Jay-Z and Beyonce over there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you find like something like this, it becomes a gold mine.
Yeah, right.
A gold mine.
Let's do this.
Because you're so tired of going to all the trendy places everybody's going.
Yeah,
You want to go somewhere different.
That would be the thing with Curacao. That could be the thing. Yeah, with Curacao.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easily, you guys could become that. Because I think people just, when you say it to people are like, where's that?
Yeah.
Like, you really don't know.
And then we always have to tell it's next to
Aruba.
Aruba.
Yeah. But I haven't been to Aruba, but I've been here 3 times.
Curacao,
Yeah.
Aruba.
Aruba, yeah, it's like Aruba nil, Curacao 3.
Curacao,
That's
man.
it. Yeah.
It would be nice if more Americans would think like that, like famous people. It would be
Yeah,
great.
you got to get out of the little box of traveling to the same place, Bahamas.
Exactly.
Everybody goes to the same damn place. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool, man. And you're always welcome here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, man.
Thank you.
We enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, from day one already. I love it.
Thank you for telling us we're very handsome.
Yeah, you're very handsome.
He is handsome.
I don't do too many
I'm
podcasts,
cool, man.
but you guys are the
I'm
most
chill.
handsome podcast I've ever been on.
There you go. There you go.
And there's not too many women podcasts.
No.
Men are leading the podcasts.
Men are leading the podcast game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that story, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The man.
Oh, here we go with a man and
But
woman
there's a
story.
woman. There's always women on the other side of the set.
Yeah.
It's checking.
We need them, though.
Women that say they can drive. Didn't you
No,
mention?
they can try.
They cannot.
They cannot.
They cannot.
Sorry, my bad, girls, but they cannot.
I don't know. I want to say that I want to say politically correct that we see more things that are happening than they see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. As far as driving.
Politique correct.
And as far as
As far as
driving.
we're looking at things.
Yeah.
Like
Little bit further,
analyzing.
right? Little bit further.
You can get closer to that sidewalk.
Yeah.
Come on, you can. Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, you can park better than
And,
that.
I'm not even talking about the physics, like the power.
Yeah, that too.
There you go. Also,
Exactly.
we're so good as men, unbelievable.
No, yeah, we're fucking this shit. Yeah, war
It's
over
a man.
here,
It's
war
a
over
man. It's
there.
wild.
It is. It is.
They should just have all women as leaders.
No,
It could
but
be
yeah,
like
but we cannot do anything
they
anymore.
could be mayors, presidents, judges.
Exactly.
We just leave them in charge.
And there,
Go do whatever men do.
and that's when things start to get a little bit messy, as we can see in the world nowadays.
No, we haven't. Yeah, no, it's messy because men are like, starting shit. We're shit starters. Come on.
Yeah, that's
We are
true.
troublemakers. We're born troublemakers.
Pretty dumb.
From the time that you pull the hair on the doll of the girl in the class that you didn't like.
Yeah,
you like her.
Yeah.
You start.
You want to fuck her.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to annoy her. I don't know where we came up with that theory. Let's annoy them. Let's be mean to them as kids, but we really like them.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, we should be like, yo, I like you.
Exactly.
We got to be.
That would be way better than slapping her face or pulling her hair.
A whole different world if men came out like that. I like you. I'm not going to pull your hair until you tell me I can pull your hair.
Yeah. Tonight?
And they will.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
And they will.
You know, we don't know that. We don't know that as kids growing up. See that when we come in.
No, that's good. A lot to talk about next time also.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Vrede.